Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope everybody got to sleep in this morning. Hey, Gingerlocks. Hey, Samara, Leo's wife, Carla. Carla's first. I hope everybody got to sleep in and everybody's had a great start to their Saturday. It's okay here. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's cloudy but sunny. Hey, Crama Junkie. So, I was up late last night. Hey, Puss in Boots. I was up late last night watching all the good old stuff, but we'll get into that after we talk about the new developments on the Fort Hood soldier that's missing. And I found this very interesting this morning, and I think you guys will too. So, let's do a little backstory on Vanessa. As you all remember, when Vanessa went missing, she was talking to her families about sexual harassment. You guys all remember that? She didn't file, but it seemed like she was in the process of being able to file the sexual harassment stuff. So you guys all remember that, right? Well, this morning I found this very interesting about Elder Fernandez. So, this is the new person, the new soldier that is missing from Fort Hood. This missing Fort Hood soldier was a victim in a sexual abuse, sexual contact investigation, Army says. A Fort Hood soldier who has been missing since Monday had been transferred to a different unit because he was the victim in a abuse sexual contact investigation, the Army said. Lieutenant Christopher, a 1st Cavalry Division Public Affairs officer, told CNN in a statement that there is an open investigation of abuse, sexual contact involving Elder Fernandez, and confirmed that Fernandez was the victim in the investigation. The unit's sexual assault response coordinator has been working closely with Fernandez, ensuring he was aware of all his reporting, care, and victim advocacy options. The unit also facilitated his transfer from a unit who has recently deployed to a different unit to ensure he receives the proper care and ensures there was no opportunities for him to for him not to go for what he's going for, because if we all remember, what was he going for? Let me look at my notes from yesterday. He was I'm not looking at chat, guys, so bear with me for just a second. A chemical biologist, radiology, and nuclear specialist. So Fernandez is assigned to a unit in the 1st Cavalry Division. He was last seen Monday afternoon by his staff sergeant when he dropped him off at his Killigan home in Texas. So, I found that very interesting because it sounds a lot like Vanessa's case, right? Another sexual assault. So I think there's a lot going on at Fort Hood. Not only are people becoming missing, not only are people dying, but there's also a lot of sexual assault claims going on. It does not say where it sounds like he was somewhere else and he was transferred to Fort Hood. I'm not sure. They're not saying where he was transferred from. I wish they would say that, but they're not. They're just saying, and they're not saying when he was transferred. So I'm interested in that too. He was transferred to a different unit. So I'm thinking it wasn't like he transferred from, a different army base to this base. It seems like he was still in Fort Hood, but they just moved him to a different unit due to the abuse, sexual contact that he was going through. So, but I want to know, it's just going to be interesting. I want to know what unit he was transferred from to what unit was he, because they're saying, yesterday they were saying that he was in the same unit that Vanessa was in. That he went missing from the same unit Vanessa went missing from. And 2 other soldiers from that unit have died in the past month. So I want to know, was he in that unit when he went missing? Or is that the unit he was in for the sexual assault? They're not really telling much, but I just found it interesting. I think he has been on Fort Hood the whole time. Right. I think he was transferred. I think he's been on Fort Hood the whole time, and he was just, I think he was just transferred to a different unit. But I'm just curious, what unit was he transferred from? What one do you want to know what I found? Puss in Boots. The one where the other 2 passed away in the last month, and that he was in the same unit but Vanessa was? Sorry, for some reason StreamYards is like delayed like crazy. Give me a minute. I'm gonna open up YouTube because YouTube seems quicker with the messages. About how he went to Vanessa. That was a news article that I found. Let me see if I can pin it. Hold on. Give me a second. I read it yesterday in a news article. I think it's this one. Bear with me, guys. Sorry, I'm looking for this for Puss in Boots. It's not that one. I think it might be this one. Give me 1 second, guys. Because they said that he was in the same unit Vanessa was, and 2 other soldiers had passed away from the same unit. Let me look. Oh, this might be new. Oh, here it is. Fernandez disappeared. Comes after a difficult month for Fort Hood. Another soldier was found dead on July 17th in the Engineer Reservoir. About 2 weeks before that, it was here. This one. Okay, hold on. Let me... Actually, I'll send it to you, Puss in Boots. I'll send it to you after. I'll send it to you in a message. Hey, Smokey P. Hey, Margie Jones, Amanda Ray. Good morning, guys. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. I was looking for that. Yeah, but it does say that he was in the same unit that Vanessa was in that went missing, and then 2 other people from that unit were found dead. One was at a lake. He was found unresponsive, and another one was found during a training thing that they did. Hey, Marky. So I find that very interesting. And then, like I said, I find it very interesting that Vanessa was involved in a sexual harassment, and now so wasn't he, and he was transferred. But like I said, I'm just curious if was he transferred from the unit Vanessa was in to a different unit, or was he transferred from a different unit into Vanessa's unit? I don't know that yet. So that's the update on the missing soldier right now. There isn't, like I said, as things come out, I will keep going live about it. But we're getting little bits and pieces so far. Let's see what they said 6 hours ago. Let me look real quick. Let's see if there's anything new. Nope, nothing. Nothing that I have read. Some people are saying, like they did with Gregory Morales, did he leave on his own accord because his sergeant brought him home to the 27th block? He was the last person to see him, was his sergeant. So they're saying, did he go away on his own accord? I have a hard time believing that. I really do. I mean, I just do. Because why would he go through all the trouble to do an investigation on a sexual contact investigation, and then get his unit switched, all that, and then just decide to run away, to go AWOL? I don't believe that. In my opinion, I don't believe that. I don't think he would go through all that trouble just to go AWOL. I think there's something that's going on at Fort Hood, and I think there's somebody, whether it's one person or multiple persons, but I think that, are these articles coming from Fort Hood area news? Some are from the Fort Hood area, some are from CNN, some are from ABC. If you put in missing Fort Hood soldier and then click on news, you'll find all the articles. I wonder how many other people who have gone missing and then found had issues with sexual harassment on that base. It would be interesting to know. So I think like I said, I just think there's a lot of things going on in Fort Hood that they need to be investigating. And I want to know, is the sexual harassment... Yes, I can see your comments, Leo's wife. And he lived out of town and not in the barracks. See that, Leo's wife? I'm not sure. It said he lived... That's something I wanted to look up. It said that he lived on the 2700 block of Woodland Drive. Now, I don't know if Woodland Drive is inside the barracks or outside the barracks? I think that would be interesting to look up. Morning, Carla. Because that was something I was wondering last night. Because they're just giving the address, but they're not saying that this address is inside Fort Hood or outside Fort Hood. I know that Vanessa lived inside the barracks. Her home was inside. She was not outside, but she never went home that day. She went missing right from the armory. And she was last seen by her sergeant, but that sergeant is the one that actually killed himself. Now, they never got a confession out of him, but everybody's assuming because his wife got arrested and he killed himself, they're just assuming he killed himself because he's the one that murdered Vanessa. But nobody really knows that. Did he kill himself because he knew that even if he told he was going to get, his fate would be the same as Vanessa's? Or did he do it because he actually did it? Who knows? Is there one killer on the base, or is there multiple killers on the base? Is this a group thing that's going on with the sexual harassment, or is it one person? I know that there was an article where one soldier ended up going to jail for running a prostitute ring out of Fort Hood. I think he got 12 years, I think it was, that I saw. But he was arrested for running a sex ring out of Fort Hood. So is that intertwined? I don't know. There is a Woodland Drive in Killington, Texas, very next to the main gate of the base. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up Google Maps. Let me check it out. I'm not going to be watching chat. Hold on. Let me see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. And then I can screen share. Google Maps. All right. So we're searching for. Yeah. Let me screen share so you guys can see everything I'm doing. Oh no, I froze. No, stop. I hope you guys can still hear me. I can't find you guys. My computer froze. Bear with me. There you guys are. Sorry, my computer froze for a second. Let me go to screen share. Google Maps. All right. All right, yeah. 2700 block. I don't know if I have to put the block. Maybe I just have to put Woodland Drive. Killing. There's Waco. I don't even see a Killington. Oh, here it is. So let's go. Bear with me. I don't know how this works. So I'm thinking this is his house, right? Not as good as I'm not as good as Gray. Good as Gray. So I'm thinking that's his house. But it doesn't look like. Hold on. Let me get to his house before I screen share. See, this doesn't even say the right street. I'm so confused. And I don't know how to turn the thing. That's not it. How does Gray do this? I don't know how Gray does this. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. I'm not skilled enough. Sorry, guys. I'm not, Gray. Good morning, LaDonda. Misdemeanor, I lurk. They don't have rental homes on the post. Okay. And from what Misdemeanor says that, Jenna, I sent a place for rent in Calendar and Messenger. Okay. I know Misdemeanor did say that it's outside the base. That's 2806. See, but he lived at 2700. So it has to be outside the base. Gray is a Google Map master. I mean, I'm trying to turn it so like I can zoom in on the house, but when I go to turn it, it goes to the other street. Like I don't know how he does it. I have no idea. It is family housing. Okay. Okay, just saying it says in the description it's located on Fort Hood. Oh, okay. Let me look at the description. It's a 12-month lease. Yeah, it does. It says it's right outside of Fort Hood base. So yeah. So I'm sure he didn't live on the base, but he lived close to the base. Good morning, Tally Girl. Well, if it's family housing, he must have a wife or kids. I would think so. All he keeps saying in the news report is family, 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 but it's not saying he's married or has children. I mean, he's only 23 years old. So I don't know if maybe he lives there with his parent. I don't know. But it's not saying anything about a wife or children anywhere. Nowhere. And these are all the people. Let me see if I can pull this up. Here's what we know about 8 of the soldiers who have died this year at Fort Hood. So there's 8 that have died at Fort Hood this year. Wow. I didn't know there was 8. That's crazy. Besides Gilligan, at least 7 soldiers stationed at Fort Hood have died or been found dead since March, including one who took his life after becoming a suspect in Gilligan's disappearance. There have been 23 deaths this year among the post of 3,600 soldiers. Fort Hood officials told CNN in a statement, according to officials, the deaths include 7 off-duty accidents, 7 suicides, 1 combat-related death, 4 homicides, 1 of which was on the base, 2 of natural causes, and 1 that's undetermined pending autopsy, and 1 drowning. Wow, that's crazy. Here, I'm going to screen share this because it shows the pictures of the people. Here it is. So, there's this one. He was found unresponsive on July 17th near a lake about 16 miles from base. A fisherman found his body at the base of the dam. Okay. And am I going to freeze? I don't know what's wrong with her this morning. Okay, and here's Vanessa. We all know about Vanessa. And then there's an Aaron Davis Robinson, identified the man as the suspect in Gilligan's disappearance. And now we all know about Gregory Scott Morales. He's the one that they listed as AWOL and then a deserter, and his remains were found. And then there's a Brandon Scott. He was found dead on May 18th in Hacker Heights, Texas. They're saying death is being investigated as a murder after he was found with a gunshot wound. The same day, Stewart said, I don't know how to say his last name, 2016 Jeep Renegade was found burned. Family vowed to get justice for him. This one died March 14th. And it looks like, let's see, which is investigating death alongside. He was found dead with 2 others at an apartment complex. All 3 suffered gunshot wounds, and the case is being treated as a triple homicide. He was found March 5th, unresponsive in his residence at Fort Hood, according to statements. Christopher Wayne Sawyer. Shelby Tyler Jones died March 1st after suffering an apparent gunshot wound in the South Gilligan, according to Fort Hood. The 20-year-old's death was under investigation. The investigation believes Jones was shot at a club before he was found. Okay. Found at a convenience store. This is crazy. They really need to do something. Let me stop screen sharing. Let me get back to you guys. Come on. I don't know what is up with my computer this morning, but it is not working correctly. I'm trying to get to you guys. Give me a second. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I've lived in Hacker Heights. Fort Hood is part of the Central Texas Hillside County with areas of hills and deep ravines. Easy way to dispose of human beings. Wasn't the soldier who renegade was found burned, killed miles away? I believe so, Remy. Yes, he was. They said they found him, and then they found his car burning, and they were separate. My husband shares his opinion of the CID when we were talking about Vanessa one day. Let's just say there's no love lost there. They won't do anything. If they do, it's internal and finding. Well, I thought Vanessa's lawyer and all them were fighting for an investigation of Fort Hood, and I thought that was underway, but maybe not. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I think there's just a lot going on at Fort Hood, and I live in Round Rock for 3 years, and Grandma lived in Waco for a while too. Hmm. I just feel like there's a lot going on. Not only are people coming up missing, not only are people dying, but there's also this sexual assault stuff going on. Government sticks together. That's absolutely true, Puss in Boots. This may sound strange, but I was used to crimes of soldiers. I lived there. Oh, I lost it. I lived there for many years. These soldiers have many problems after coming home from war. It's very sad. I agree. There is. I mean, we hear about all the time, you know, that they come home from war and they're different people than when they went in. And that is sad. I will say this about the needs for security related to our military. The world really doesn't need to know if we have an armed force that is FUBAR, just saying. Like I said, I don't know. I just think that equals fucked up beyond repair. I know what FUBAR is, but yeah, I don't know. I wish they could get to the bottom of it. Because, I mean, 8 people had, 8 deaths, and some of them are like, and then there's 4 deaths in the same time strain, time strain of Vanessa, and they're all from the same unit. I would definitely be checking out that unit. My mom actually was married. My his father was in the army, and they were actually stationed at Fort Hood way back when. Way back when. Um Before I was even born. So it had to have been early 70s. I think she was stationed there, and she actually hated it. She hated being there. She was stationed at Fort Hood and she hated it. But when I talked to her about this case, she said there's always been stuff that goes on at Fort Hood that just gets, kept inside Fort Hood. What happens in Fort Hood stays in Fort Hood. But she says there's always been secrets inside Fort Hood, even going back all the way back to the 70s. LaDonna. Uh, it's okay that you guys lurk. I don't mind lurking. It is a huge post. It's like, oh, I forgot. I looked it up. And it said how many acres it was, like 2,100, maybe even more than that. Don't quote me on it, but it is a huge base. Huge, huge base. So, change of topic. Like I said, we were going to touch on this and then we were going to do some Saturday morning chit chat. Don't be jelly, Jenna. You can come live on the ranch. Oh, good. Hey, Dova. Good morning. Oh, no, Samara. What's your cats doing? They causing trouble? They keeping you on your toes? So I was thinking, so how many were around last night for the craziness? I went into Bam Bam's live, which after I was live, I went over there because I somebody came in and said that Bam Bam was live, which I find kind of rude, you know, when I don't know. I think that's rude for any creator when somebody's live to come into their live and write, you know, this person's live and then leave. I think it's rude to do, but somebody did that last night while I was live. Hey, Save Robbie. And so after my live, I went into Bam Bam's and I was listening to her. I didn't know of her until last night, but I guess Mandy Bell is going after her, and I'm not sure why. I was a little confused on that. But all I can say is, and the only reason why I'm addressing this is because my name was involved in Mandy Bell's premiere last night. Can we let go of the chats? Like, seriously? We have all said our parts. We have all apologized for our parts of that secret chat. We're not proud of that secret chat, but that secret chat was it was over a year ago, maybe even more. And yet, last night, she does a premiere and shows those secret chats again. And the only reason why I'm going to address this is because the part that I'm in is wrong. Absolutely wrong. The part I'm in, it looks like I looked up Mandy Bell. I have never looked up Mandy Bell, ever. I owned my part in there. The one thing that I did that I'm not proud of, that I've apologized for, that I apologized to the person I did it to for. The only thing I did was I put in Mandy Lynn's address in that chat. I did that. And I have apologized to Mandy Lynn. Amanda Lynn has accepted my apology, and I moved on. But I don't like that a certain someone was obviously feeding Mandy Bell some BS because they were mad at me. So they thought that they would, you know, make up lies to throw me under the bus, hoping that Mandy Bell would come after me back then. And I'm over all that. I'm not mad at this person. I'm not anything. You know, I'm over it. But I do want to clarify because I know the Muffin Man was screen recording and it's out there. And I know that people are going to read it, you know, and I just want to clarify it and move on. I never once was part of the doxing of Mandy Bell. I never looked up Mandy Bell. Did I see stuff in that chat? Yes, I did. But it's done. It's over with. We've all owned our crap. Just like Mandy Lynn said last night. She even showed Mandy Bell back then when they were doing the shared channel. What was it called? Oh, I can't even remember that channel name anymore. But Mandy Lynn even sent her everything, even her part in all the Mandy Bell stuff. So I don't know why Mandy Bell keeps wanting to bring up the old chats. I don't know what she wants from everybody, but I just think that these chats need to burn. I wish we could get rid of them. I really do. I don't want to see that. Like, we're all over it. It is in the past. And we've all talked about it, you know? We even said in the Common Ground, when we started the Common Ground, let's, from here on out, everything that was in the past, we've all owned it. We've all apologized. You know, we've all changed. Every single one of us from that chat. Not only did it affect other people, yes. Did we look people up? Yes. Did we say horrible things? Did we shit talk? Yes. You know, but we, even though it was our own actions, we still got hurt by those chats as well. And we learned from those chats, and we have grown because of those chats. None of us girls that were in that chat are the way we are now. That chat taught us a valuable lesson. We were all new to YouTube. We were all new to groups. You know, did we think that chat was always going to be safe? We did. And we learned from that as well. But none of us, not one out of everybody in that group, we all grew and we all changed and we all don't do that stuff anymore. Do we talk shit? Yeah. Everybody talks shit. Like that hasn't changed, you know? But good Lord, like last night to go in there and see those chats again, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why? I just don't know what her end game is. Like, you have all the answers you wanted. You know who looked you up. You know who called the cops on you. You know everything. All these people have apologized to you. There's nothing more they can do. What do you want from them? Because if you're looking for them to leave YouTube, that's not going to happen. And that is a request that is so far-fetched that, I mean, we could say the same about you. There's a lot of people that don't want you on YouTube. We could say the same thing. But, I mean, what do you want? Our firstborn child? A pint of blood? What? I don't get it. I don't get what she wants. I mean, I just don't. Because there's been times, I mean, she made up with all these women. If you guys remember correctly, she, you know, after Mandolin in that channel they did together, they had a falling out, right? Everybody knows that. Well, then they made up for a little while, and they were, you know, where they could be okay in a chat and stuff. So it's weird to me that 1 minute she forgives, 1 minute she lets go and says, you know, it's old news, I'm done with it. And then the next minute, she's back to throwing out the chat and not liking them anymore. I can't keep up. But please, for the love of God, please stop showing those secret chats. Nobody cares. Really, nobody cares about those chats anymore. everything that was in there is out. I know. I just don't get it. And the other thing I don't get, this is my opinion only. And I've thought about addressing it, and I've been on the fence whether I want to address it, whether I don't want to address it. How do I want to word it? I just find it odd that a certain creator has done things that are absolutely horrible. And y'all know what we're talking about. Horrible. I think they've done worse things now than they did back in the secret chats, to be honest with you. And I don't get how all of a sudden, because of a common denominator, people are petting her, I guess. Boosting her ego, I guess you would say. It makes no sense to me. And yes, I am being very vague because I really don't know if I want to address it. But I do want to address it because it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense that this person can say horrible, horrible things, never apologize for them. Yet, all of a sudden, it seems like all is forgiven. Does that make sense? I don't know if you guys are seeing it like I'm seeing it, but it just seems like because of a common denominator of hate of somebody, what this other creator has done is forgiven. And I don't know how it can be forgiven that easily. It just seems like people, I don't want to use the word fake, but is it a mind game? Is it a YouTube mind game? I mean, is it for content? Is it for drama? Because it seems like 1 minute, everybody can be angry and mad and, and then the next minute, it's like it never happened. And for me, it's like she's never apologized for it. She hasn't changed. She's never going to change. She's made that very, very clear. She's going to say what she wants when she wants, and she don't care who she hurts. How is that all just forgotten? All because you guys all hate the same person right now. What happens when the person you hate decides to leave YouTube again? Or whatever. Do you go back to fighting? Do you guys stay the way you are? I don't know. And I'm glad I'm not alone. I see a couple of people knowing exactly what I'm talking about and exactly what I mean. It's just, and don't get me wrong, I get coexisting. I get, we're trying to get to a spot where everybody is trying to coexist and be able to get along. Everybody's sick of the fighting. So don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. Because trust me, I'm sick of the drama and I'm sick of the fighting. But part of me wonders, and it looks all nice right now. You know, it looks like, hey, everybody's in a chat and everybody's coexisting, and how beautiful it is, and look at how nice it is, and let's all just be merry with a cherry on top. But really, is it fake? Is it for the time being? Like, I really want to know. I want to know, did these people truly move on and they're done, which is absolutely fine. They can be done. And they're going to coexist, which is great because that's what we're trying to go for. Or is it time being? Is it where, because you guys all agree on something for once, you guys are getting along, but next week it's like you're right back to where you want to be? And I don't think that's fair to the subs, and I don't think it's, I think they keep you on a roller coaster, to be honest with you. And then you guys are thinking everything is merry and cherries and beautiful and we can all coexist. Great. Now I can feel comfortable talking in this chat. And oh, I can feel comfortable talking in that chat. And oh, I can, say this and I can say that because everybody's getting along. And then the next thing you know, they decide to flip the script on you guys. And now you guys are the bad guys because you guys were just going with the flow. Right. We're coexisting. I don't know. I mean, I could be alone, like I said, I don't think I'm alone on all of this. And like I said, I'm all down for coexisting and I'm all down for the drama to cease. I am. But at the same time, I sit here and I scratch my head and I'm confused. Like, what part of it is real and what part of it is to create new drama, to create, and the other part, and I'm going to just say how I feel because that's who I am. I don't know Bam at all. At all. I think she's a great person. I think she's funny. But I think it's absolutely hilarious that I sat in a chat last night and I watched people claw to see which side she was going to pick. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but if you noticed, everybody was overly nice when we all know that they're not like that. And Bam doesn't know this community and doesn't know these people. So she's just learning this community. But I watched people be overly nice. I watched people jumping on her panel, talking to her, whatever. And that's great. But it seems like they're waiting to see which side is she going to pick, when I don't think she needs to pick a side at all. But that's the way I viewed it. I sat back and I lurked, and that's the way I viewed it. I viewed it as, wow, look at this. And it wasn't everybody. It wasn't everybody, so I'm not naming any names. I'm not saying it was everybody that was on panel, because it wasn't everybody that was on panel. So don't take it that I'm saying that. I'm just saying there was certain things by certain people that I noticed. I agree, Sarah. I didn't stay much longer. I mean, I just sat back and was like, wow. So everybody is coexisting in a chat. Like, this is my thought process. Everybody's coexisting in a chat for the hate of one person, because that chat was about this one person. So everybody hates this one person right now. So everybody's coexisting. But at the same time, they're coexisting to put their best foot forward to make Bam Bam think that these people are great people. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, what side is she going to go on? And really, there shouldn't be a side, and it shouldn't matter. She should be able to have anybody and everybody. She should be able to like everybody, but I just saw a lot of fakeness, yes, last night, if that makes sense. And not from everybody. Like I said, let's clarify that. Not from everybody, but I saw a lot of fakeness last night. Morning, Galloway. That was a joke. I've been a sub of hers forever, but she will learn the hard way. And I hope she, but that's the thing. She shouldn't have to learn the hard way, but at the same time, it was like, I looked at it as Jenna is not saying she doesn't like her, misdemeanor. We think she's freaking hilarious and a great person. Yes, there, nothing against Bam Bam. Nothing. I am not talking about Bam Bam at all, other than the fact that it was her chat. That's it. I have nothing to say about Bam Bam. Nothing. I don't know Bam Bam. All I'm saying is it all happened in her chat. That's it. I'm talking about the people that we all know. We know their games. We know how they play their cards. And I watched them play their cards last night. And I sat back and was like, wow. Wow. How do people not see how they play their cards? They do the same thing all the time. Yes, you can, Galloway. Hold on 1 second. Let me get back to StreamYards. There you go. No, I don't think you've said one negative thing about Bam Bam either, misdemeanor. I think Pixie just wanted to make sure that, things didn't get twisted, Like, trust me, by no means. I have no opinion about Bam Bam. Other than I think she's hilarious. And I think she's straight up. But like I said, oh, there you are, Galloway. Good morning, sweetheart. Sorry, I was back on the YouTube side.
Hey, hon.
I'm not
see getting your notifications
for some reason. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I still don't hear you.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll post the link again. I don't know if you have earbuds in or what, but they're not working. Like, we can see the circle around you moving, but there's no words coming out. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking at chat for a minute because I'm over on the StreamYard side and it's frozen. So give me a minute. I'm waiting for Galloway. Hey, girl, can you hear us now?
I could hear you earlier.
See, can you hear me? We still can't hear you.
Can't hear me.
I don't know. We can't hear you. We can see the circle around you moving, but there's no sound.
It just said the host unmuted you.
I know you're talking, but there is no sound.
That's so
Can
weird.
You guys hear her in chat? You hear her? How come we can't? How can I not hear her? Oh, I know why. Never mind. I'm on my mic and I don't have headphones in. Give me a second. Go ahead, Galloway. Talk for a minute. Sorry, okay, my bad.
I found it hilarious because I've watched since they started going live because I don't remember who it was that shared the link, but like well, I don't know if people want their names said, so I don't want to say, but the things that I think she's done to Starlight are disgusting. And I like Hello Starlight, so sometimes I just want to be somewhere
to show. I'm back. Sorry, I
Okay.
had a
It's
blonde
okay.
moment. I
It's
forget that
okay.
I'm talking away, but I forget that with my mic, the way it sets up, I have to have headphones in when people are on panel or I can't hear them.
Right.
Okay, good. So what were
Well,
you saying before
well,
I didn't hear you?
well it's kind of hard because, like I said, I don't want to really say whose name, kind of, our names, who's
Right.
told us about it, because you never know these days who wants what said or whatever. But
Hey,
you
Smokey
know,
P.
some of the people I really have become a lot closer to are in there, and I feel that when you're a sub, sometimes, like for instance, Hello Starlight. I think some of us have grown to, be a little closer to her now, or close.
Yeah.
And I don't like what Mandy did to her, but I really don't like what Mandy did to my friends. Like, I put that in there the first stream these ladies did. And for Laura to come in and say, you have to ignore it. I I nearly fell off the chair.
I
So
did
I put,
too. When
did
she
you see
sits
my
there and
comment?
says, "Oh, Mandy is the type of person you just have to ignore. You just have to ignore." I did the same thing. I was like, the hypocrisy is real, people, because when have we ever known Laura to ignore anybody? Like, seriously?
Well, that's what I put, and she completely ignored me.
Of
But
course she
yet
would.
other people were writing in there, this is so beautiful. And I'm not discrediting the way they feel, that everyone can coexist in
And
here.
I hope everybody can coexist. What I'm saying is
Well, her people can't, Jenna,
right. Is
because
it
it was
true
like me
or is it
twisting.
fake?
It was like me twisting Tara's arm, and I don't care. I'm saying it. The Patreon,
Mm-hmm.
to even speak back because she was in there,
Right,
meaning
because we
Laura
all
and the other
know
one.
behind the scenes, I don't care what anybody says, we as expatrians all know how it rolls.
Hmm.
With you saying hi to Tara, even though it was innocent, and Tara answering you, even though it was innocent, it's going to put Tara in a spot behind the scenes.
Right.
It's instantly going to do that.
But the things that Mandy, and I'm going to use the word, is being accused of, because I don't know. I follow it. I mean, I watch it. I can't really follow a lot of it, if that makes sense to
Hey,
everyone in the
Lisa.
chat, because this is a Facebook group for starters. I've never done a private Facebook group like that of murders or whatever. I follow some of them, but I don't comment or anything or go in small groups. And even before I, met people in the crime community on YouTube, I just never did. No particular reason, I just never did. Maybe too many people for me, or anyway. I mean, the things these women haven't slept. You can even hear some of them. They're dead tired. Like, the one girl said she was doxxed. I mean, when you're getting doxxed with 20,000 people, and I guess she comes from a political family, and I'm not going to say which girl. Most of us probably don't even know her. I don't. I think she might have been a Patreon a while ago. I'm not quite sure. I know Laura had problems with her. They mentioned it on the panel, so that's the only reason I'm repeating it. But I
Exactly.
don't know.
I know, and that's my thing. Like, why is things getting brought up from 2 years ago? Like I said, we've all apologized for it. We've all moved on. We've all done anything, everything, and anything. You know, it's like, when when are we really gonna let go? I mean, the people that were involved have already let go, but yet it still constantly gets brought up. Like I said, that premiere last night, I don't know why that happened. I have no idea why that premiere happened. I don't have any idea why those screenshots were shown. We have gone over that how many times, people? How many times have you guys heard Mommy at 3, Amanda Lynn, and blah, blah, blah? Why are we looking at those all over again? We all get it. You're not, the more you show it, doesn't change anybody's opinion here.
But the
Like,
thing of it is, when they do those screen recording premieres or uploads, I mean, unless you're a professional speed reader or you sit and screenshot I mean, that'll drive you insane. But Mandolin was definitely doxxed big time in there. And when I first saw it, like she was sharing messages, and I was just like, wow, like this girl has no, this is what they're complaining about you, Mandy, and you're doing it further.
mm-hmm,
Like, you're never going to learn. I don't know if
no.
you guys saw the creepy one that Hello Starlight put up about her saying that her family's never been effed with and she'll be your worst nightmare. Like, she caught a case when she was a juvie.
Yes, that was on a recording that
That was
somebody got.
creepy.
Yeah,
Hello Starlight. It's on
yeah.
Star Punk.
Yeah, that was in the secret chat. It was a recording of her, Mandy Bell caught charges back when she was a teenager for.
Beating up her stepmother.
I don't think it was her stepmother. It was somebody. I don't remember who it was. So I don't
Yeah,
want to
she
say.
bashed in her stepmom's face because her stepmom came, or her dad's girlfriend, whatever, for coming at her mom.
Right.
Her bio mom.
I don't, but that's been discussed too. Like, this is the stuff that's all been discussed, hashed over and over again. Like, I don't get why it's not, you're not going to convince anybody. You can show those chats till the cows come home, but you're showing the same chats and the same messages that we've already seen a year ago.
Well,
Like,
those videos Mandy's doing are directed to those people. But the thing of it is, those girls are probably, first of all, sort of confused because I don't even know if they know Mommy of 3 and other people, but I'm trying to figure out, and I don't want to say it on here because Madeline made it clear on her live last night that she wanted to keep the other Patreon, ex Patreon, or I don't know if she's a current or ex Patreon, was also doxxed. And I think I know who it is.
it's somebody's, yeah, it was somebody's mother that was doxxed in those chats.
It's somebody who has a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and that when I saw that name, I was pretty upset.
And but then she's had, I don't know. Like I said, I don't get it. I don't get what she wants. I don't get it's old. We've all heard it. We've all seen it. We all know what everybody's done. Yes, you got swatted. Yes, people came after your real life. Is it horrible? Yes, but it was a year ago. Nobody has gone after your real life since. But you are doxing people on a daily. But you're mad because people doxed you. Like, it makes no sense. You're doxing people on a daily. Like, you went live and doxed Hello Starlight's brother. But
But
yet you want to
I
sit
think
on there and cry that people doxed you on a daily. It makes, like, because it was done to you, it's wrong, but because you're doing it to somebody else, it's okay? No.
if she was doxxed daily, I can tell you one thing: I'm far from slow. I still don't know that girl's name, and I don't want to know it.
Mm-mm. To make everybody fight, break up friendships, and take the heat off her, which is never going to happen. I agree, Samara. I think that's exactly why. She's thinking these old chats are going to get people to fight. and she's thinking that, oh, I'm going to show something of them talking shit or looking somebody up, just like her circling, I doxed Mary Ann. She circled it and played it over and over and over again. I bet you $10 that Mandy Lynn has already owned that to Hello Starlight.
Mhm.
I'm sure they talked privately. I'm sure they, are fine. And like they said last night on a panel, you're not going to break our friendship. So just stop. You're not going to break anybody's friendships. Nobody's. It's not going to happen because it's all old shit.
Exactly.
All of us have changed. All of us.
Right, and I mean, those girls are just trying to say, and they seem like nice girls. That's why I watch it. They were very welcoming. Jessica says she knows me. I don't remember her, but I mean, you can hear it in their voices. And I've been following Nikki for a long time, and Nikki is a sweet lady. Do I
Hmm.
know everything about Nikki and her past with YouTube people? No, I don't. But the thing of it is,
But you can
I
come out. My mic's off. I mean, yeah.
I can't continuously, you know, if new people come, which she's not new, but I mean maybe newer to some of us, come in, we can't prejudge, especially like somebody put in the chat. Yeah, run with that. Listen to, what Mandy Bell says. Run with that and judge somebody. That'll get you real far.
Uh huh.
But the thing
Bragging
of it is, you
about
just
doxing
mentioned her
people.
swatting. She
Brag.
just said on that message nothing ever happened to her family. So what
Hold
is
on.
it, Mandy?
Bragging about doxing people doesn't make you look intimidating. It just makes you look like an asshole. It makes people want to retaliate. It's a vicious cycle. I totally agree with that, Serendipity. Totally. It is a vicious cycle. What randomly started all this? A Facebook chat from 2 years ago? But why? That's what I'm confused about, Pixie. I don't know what started
Well,
it.
I can give I can give, a short synopsis.
Do a
Um,
Remy recap.
okay, so Jessica and Amy, I believe her name is, Amy was doxxed. Those are the two girls that go live usually on Jessica's channel. Jessica, I believe, is the one with the dark hair and her little picture thing. That's her channel. And they, at the time, weren't getting along. And this is where this Roger person comes in because I guess he was in that group. I believe it was a Chris Watts group. And Mensa was mentioned several times. However, Hello Starlight brought light to this. All Hello Starlight did, and if she's in the chat, she can correct me, or if anyone that, knows her well or has followed all this can correct me. She just shared some type, I don't know if it was a chat or something between she and Mandy Bell or whatever. And then these girls were like, wait, what?
Right,
Laura Dinger?
but why bring it up? That's the thing we're all what we're
Oh,
saying.
because she
It's
never
like,
stopped. It's all a pattern that she's still doing till today. You understand what I'm saying?
right, but why don't they bring up the stuff she's doing today instead
Because
of stuff that happened a year ago, 2 years ago, what happened in a Facebook chat? Like, that's what I think Pixie's trying to say, and what I know I'm trying to say. Why bring up stuff from so long ago? Why can't we bring up
because it's
stuff that's
important to
happening
them.
now?
Because it happened to them and it's important to them. But they never could prove it definitively back then. You know what I mean? Like putting a puzzle together. But then when they found out that Mandy had done, you know, Laura Dinger, I guess is the name that she used. So for
Right.
us, it might not make sense, or we're like, oh my gosh, but it's not us that it happened to. I mean, getting doxxed in a Facebook group, And not
But
dots,
that
like
but
say Shelley Wilson. It was like all of her information, her dad's political position, what he was, some more of Amy's family, I believe, her husband, I think. I think she even had to take legal action, from what I remember, or something like that.
I agree, Pixie.
Like their
It's
real lives were affected, not like, oh my God, she called me fat or a drunk.
But you're
Like I'm,
bringing light to it. That's what we're all saying. You're bringing light to it, which puts you more at risk. Because if they think that bringing light to this is not going to have Mandy clap back, she's going to clap back, they're going to clap back, and we're going to be in that same boat. It's like a mob mentality, just like Pixie say. Like, I get that they got hurt. I get that they're putting the pieces together, but why don't you put those pieces together privately? So it's not being brought up onto YouTube. So it's not the clap back and this and that. And then you're right back at being risked of being doxxed all over again. You're at risk of your real life being messed with all over again. What happened to taking things privately? I mean, I think it's gone out the window. Everything seems to be coming out on public
yeah, so that's
platforms.
where I think we'll agree to disagree. You know what I mean? I think they're trying to do the whole community a favor to warn people that,
But we all know that. We all know that Mandy's bad. We all know that Mandy is
but
shady.
there's
They're
a
not
we,
teaching us.
but there's a we that's different. You know what I mean? Like, we're not
No,
those
Samara, no,
people's
you definitely
friends.
don't.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what, like, that's like saying people that say to us, why did you ever bring up anything Laura ever did to you, or why you left, or it was, 8 months ago. You know what I mean? I don't,
Right. I agree. And that's why we left it at the door at common ground. Everything
see, I
that
wish
we've been
Starlight was
bringing
here.
up,
She could explain it better because it's deeper
everything
than that.
but you're stuck. No, like I said, we can agree to disagree, Galloway, but I think you're stuck on that fact that it happened to them. I get that. It's horrible. It's horrible that it happened to them. I don't think it should happen to them. Mandy Bell is shady the house. We all know this. But I just don't get why bringing it out into the public is not going to change anybody's mind about Mandy Bell, just like Mandy Bell's supporters, what they show about her isn't going to change their opinion. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this, it's just to, to subs looking in, and I could be wrong, but subs looking in, it's just drama that you're trying to create, even though it's not because it happened to you, and I get that. But at the same time, it's old old shit being brought to the surface to make new drama. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not explaining all of it correctly, I don't think. Like it's very deep. It's very different than the drama we had, in my opinion. You know what I mean? The things that, if she is this Laura Dinger person, it wasn't just a dox. It was like, and there's other people involved too. Like, the things that they went through was awful, incredibly awful.
The
And look
only
at the
Mojo,
video.
the only reason why Bam's name got brought up is because everybody was on her live last night. So that's the only reason. Everybody else, like everybody has said, we think she's hilarious. We don't have an opinion of her, anything. We're all just getting to know her. It just happened that everything was on her panel. So that's why.
And that's why Mandy turned it. I'm glad you guys said that. That's why Mandy B turned it back on all those old chats that made zero sense. Okay, you have two girls giving their side of the story. Well, three actually, Nikki too. Like, darling Nikki does not know her from Adam. She's like, I don't know why this girl ever came at me. Nor, saying that Bam was Penelope. She's like, what's wrong with this girl? I don't even know her. Never met her, never been on her channel, never went in other. Like they were never even in any of the other YouTubers things where Mandy was a sub or would lurk or whatever. So they were like in left field without a ball. They were like, well, what's going on here? Why is this girl mentioning me? So that's what I'm saying, that it's deeper. Like instead of Mandy focusing on the people I guess she had a problem with, she went to their friends too. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Starlight could make it make more sense.
Right.
And I guess I agree that it's gonna cause more drama or what have you, but like I never saw that upload that Hello Starlight put, that recording or whatever. I've never heard that until last night. And I'm gonna tell you something. One of those girls sat on that panel and said, like, I need to call her whatever. This girl needs help because wow. Like, wait, nothing happened to your family. You're all being played and this and that and the other. So,
Mm.
okay, she redirected her victims, I guess
This
is what I'm
story
trying to
does
say.
need a whiteboard, Leah. It does. It does. It's all confusing. I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't know. It's
I
just
don't think
like,
we
it
we
just seems like it never ends. It's old stuff being mixed in with new stuff, and I don't know. People, I think, yeah, it's great to see everybody coexisting last night, but in my opinion, they were coexisting for hate. That was it. It wasn't coexisting because they want to coexist. They're
exactly.
coexisting because they have the same hatred for somebody. And I'm sorry, I think that's, like Pixie said, mob mentality. It's
It's
crazy to me.
phony.
It is. It's
Phony.
phony. Mhm.
It's like a family when you know you don't get along with them. Well, no, I'm not going to use that because sometimes you have to because either your kids or your spouse or what have you. Thank God I don't have those problems, but
Hey, Whiskey Gypsy.
that's why I said to her, "Unbelievable." I said, Laura, I guess you didn't get the memo, you know, about what's happened to them or whatever." When she said, I go, "You of all people, you react to everything. If we say, this a joke, she'll do a drama live about it. You know what I mean? And you're telling a girl who I don't know exactly what happened. That's why I can't say. And I don't know if the girl wants it repeated on another platform, but her life was messed with, probably in the worst way I've seen. The one girl, and that's what they're all outraged about.
I did too, Carla. Oh, sorry. But go on. But yeah, I mean, it's horrible. People should not go real life. We all know this. We've all talked about this. But the thing is nobody's gonna go anywhere. They're never gonna get rid of Mandy Bell. Mandy Bell's never gonna get rid of Mommy at 3 or Amanda Lynn. It's just not gonna happen. So that's why I don't get, and is the doxing in the real life? Should it not have it? Absolutely, it should not happen to anybody. But until YouTube gets on the stick and stops this crap, it's going to continue. But if you don't want yourself going, don't want people to go real life, I don't know why you bring light to it. That's the part that confuses me. I get wanting to defend yourself, I get, but at the same time, you're upset that you got doxxed, but or went real life, but then you bring light to it. And we all know that you bring light to something, it gets worse for you. It just does on this platform.
Right, but these people didn't know some of Mandy Bell's other troll names. So I'll give you a scenario. She made a troll name, but using the girl, one of those girls up there, her real name, and made it like she was bashing her own kid for being transgender. You know what I mean? So it would say
Right.
like Jenna Moon, but your real name,
Right.
and saying my daughter this and just awful things. awful, awful things that I'm not even going to repeat. I mean, that's like, I don't
It
know.
is.
That's
It's
a whole
disgusting.
level of.
You're right. That's disgusting. And
And they
that,
invited her. They invited her. Bam said 55 times to come there.
right. But
You
we all
try to
know
figure
that
this
she
out.
won't. We all know she won't. That's not Mandy's style. We all know that. Mandy isn't going to come because when she gets backed into a corner, she leaves YouTube. We all know that. So there's no way she's going to go on a panel and then she won't have an answer. Uh, uh, how do I want to say it? She's not going to go when she knows she's wrong. She only goes on panels when she thinks she's 100% right. When
Cry
she gets
victim.
caught,
To
right,
cry victim.
to cry victim, right.
And
Mhm.
that's why everybody was like, wait, what do these messages even mean? Now you're
Right.
just further doxing people
Right.
that these people don't even know. Why don't you address the people that you're dealing with right now or trying to deal with you? Like
Right,
that made
because she
completely no
wants
sense.
everybody else to own up for their shit. That's why she does all this. She wants them to own up to it and all this, but when it comes to her, she won't own up to anything she does. She's only good at, you know, calling somebody else out, but when we call her out, she's nowhere to be found or she leaves YouTube. That's how I've seen it. I mean, what has Mandy ever owned that she's done wrong? Nothing. Nothing.
No, only what's happened to her. Then there's a
Only what happened
recording
to exactly. It's all
that
about
nothing
Mandy.
happened to you.
Mhm.
I was like, whoa, whoa, what?
Yep.
So I don't know. I think it's,
Because she doesn't know how to have friends, Carla.
right.
She enjoys breaking up friendships because she doesn't know how to have friends. There's somebody else in this community that's like that too. You know.
Oh,
So,
exactly. And then all the praising
mhm.
was making me quite nauseous.
Yes.
But
In
like
that
I
part,
said,
I don't understand that part either. I don't get it because I know it's fake praising.
well, I
You
was going to
know.
write things in there, but I thought, leave it alone because then I'm just going to be a troublemaker.
Mhm.
And, then, because she can
And
cry victim right with them.
right, just like me doing this live today, and saying what I thought. I'm going to be, the horrible person for saying it, but I know I'm not the only one was thinking it. Like
No, I think it's good though because it obviously they're, you know, mingling in with our community now, and it's something that's going on that I guess you call it the hot topic. And why can't another creator speak on it? Especially when private messages, don't know if you saw them that she shared, but why was your name in there? Your name.
right, the only reason my name was in there is because my opinion is because somebody, mommy of three, was mad at me at that time, so was hoping that she could write my name on a lie, because it was a lie. I never looked up Mandy Bell. Never, 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 never. I think she was hoping Mandy Bell would drag me on a lie, and Mandy Bell didn't. Now, am I over it? Is it old news? It is. It is what it is. But I truly believe my name was in there along with other people saying we doxed her because Mommy of Three was mad at me. That's my personal opinion.
Right. And Laura said on that panel, I don't know, I wrote something in the chat, and Laura said, yeah, well, that's because one of something about like one of my Patreon shared private messages from the room. And I knew who she was talking about. You with Mandy, the one thing, trying to help
Oh,
her. Hello.
yeah, but that was forever ago, and she never knew it until after I left Patreon. And I didn't share private messages. That's not what I shared with her. I shared pictures of her home, pictures of the grave. I showed her pictures. I didn't show her messages.
And you
I
were just
showed
trying
her
to debunk
pictures.
fake rumors. because
Mm-hmm.
she was being played. Mandy,
Right.
I'm speaking of.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
Laura's saying, like, oh, and it was all based on a lie. I'm like, how do messages lie? I don't
Right.
get it. Messages are only truthful when they're in your favor. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
can't stand about this community.
Right.
But the fact that you guys were brought into it and other people was for Mandy to try to redirect, the hate or the anger or whatever she's doing onto somebody else, off of what she did to these other girls and to stir a new thing up again. Like, hello, that was so, how long ago, Mandy?
Right.
You walked away.
I just think that, like I said, the old shit, it's old. Like, let it go. Let it go. Stop. You're never going to. Everybody knows everything. Those secret chats have been shared and shared and shared and shared. You're not going to change anybody's mind. And you're definitely not going to get Hello Starlight off of YouTube. You're not going to get Mandy Lynn off of YouTube. You're not going to get them not to be friends. It's not going to happen. We all know what happened to you. You have repeated it 1,001 times, maybe 1,000,001 times. You have repeated what has happened to you, dates included, everything. Like, we all get it. We all know. Is it horrible that shit happened to you? Yes. But you're not innocent either, obviously. Obviously, you've done your shit too. So just let it go and move on.
But then she said on the private message that Starlight did that nothing ever happened to her. That's why I'm like, wow. You know,
Right.
I
I
mean,
think she means like nothing came of it, maybe. I'm just speaking nothing happened to her, meaning all these calls or everything that happened, nothing came from it. So is that what she means? Because we all know were called. We all know this. I mean, people even admitted to calling the cops. So we all know stuff has happened, but maybe she meant like what you guys were trying to get at didn't work. Is that what she might have meant?
if you listen to the recording, it says my family hasn't been messed with. You're all being played, and I might be missing something because you know what I mean. I can't keep up with all that.
Right. But when was that made? Was that made before? That's the other thing. They're pulling out stuff that happened so long ago. Is that a recording from before the cops were ever called to her house? I don't know. Did it say a date on it?
I think Starlight said with it right around the time it was, but it was supposed to be after the her swatting that I think they pretty much debunked. There was never a swatting.
Right. There was never a swatting. I agree with that. Did the cops come to her house? Yes, but I don't think there was ever a swatting, in my opinion.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm just so confused. And that's part of the reason why I didn't want to address it, but at the same time, I wanted to say how I felt about it. So it was tough, but like I wanted to walk a fine line on how I wanted to address this.
Right. I mean, and I walked away from the chat and had my own opinions on how I don't know how to say this without it sounding like I'm trying to be negative or
No, because you came in late, because I've already talked about the
the
chat and how,
coexisting. It was
yes,
gross to me on the panel,
yes, I
but
agree.
I
Because
guess I get it too if my life was messed with. But I don't know. One
they
day
are,
you're
they're
bashing
co
Laura, and the
but they're
next day you can
coexist,
talk like that. I
right,
don't get it.
because they're coexisting over the hatred of Mandy Bell. That's it.
Yeah.
That is why they're coexisting. Because all of them have the same common denominator. Other than that, Do you think they would coexist? I don't think so. And that's why I think,
Well, I know I wouldn't. If I had
right,
my own channel, I would address things on my own channel. I just couldn't. I'm not, I'm not at that place to coexist chum chum
right.
with her.
But
So,
yeah, at the same time, the people that didn't agree with the coexisting or thought that it was, you know, fake or whatever, we're going to have our own opinion. It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. That's the part that confuses me, and that's the part I was confused with. But maybe I'm missing something. Like I said, I don't know.
right.
Because I don't know everything. I don't watch everything. But it was weird to me. That's all I'm saying. It was weird.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, if it's just because, people that are up there were, you know, at one time victims of hers, then I guess I get that. But at the same time, it does confuse subs, you know, and some may pull away from certain people because they feel more deeply about it, or you know what I mean, like, I don't know.
Right. Oh, Hello Starlight's here because what were you wanting Hello Starlight to clarify,
All of it.
Gal- Galloway?
All of it.
But
Because
she
I'm
wants to
only
know
giving,
what you were talking about. Like,
oh,
you were
like,
talking.
because you guys asked, like, why this all got brought back up to light, and I wanted to be sure that what I shared was accurate. So what I said, Starlight, was that this goes back, and to people, to subs looking in, it's like, well, wow, that was 2 years ago. But I think what the ladies are trying to say is that it might have dated back to that, the date it started, but she's never stopped, is what I'm understanding. Like, I think Starlight said she shared a, I forgot what she said, either private, not private messages, but a group message. I don't know what it was. That's what she can help me with right now. But whatever it was, I think is how these other young ladies.
Basically, what everybody is confused about is like, why why is all this old stuff being brought up, like the Facebook chats? That's what we're confused about, because it's all old stuff. And like we said, like the old, like Mandy Bell doing the premiere of these old chats, like, get over it, it was 2 years ago. There's Hello Star. Hey girl. So basically, like, everybody's just confused on, why all of this old stuff is coming to light again. But there's
I
new
have an
stuff.
echo.
Like, there's two new people involved.
Okay. There
Well,
we go.
Starlight, just
Yeah.
so
I had an
you
echo real
know,
bad. Sorry.
what I shared so far, from what I'm from
Mhm.
the outside looking in, trying to
Mhm.
understand, because I know you,
Look, I'll
I
tell you
don't
right
know the other
now.
young ladies.
Don't try to understand it because I don't understand a lot of it. I need like 4 flow charts by now because
Yeah.
yeah, it's really hard to understand for anyone. And plus, Mandy changes her story so much that's got to be hard for people to keep up with. Jenna, you said something about like it goes far back, and what were you saying?
No, Galloway's saying that it goes way further. Like something about Facebook chats and
Yeah. Okay.
all that.
I think
It's
you said,
like,
and why is all that coming back up? Okay,
yes.
hold on. Let me take some water real quick. I'm going hoarse. My kids have been crazy lately. Okay, so unfortunately, the only way I can explain it, I don't even know if unfortunately is the right word. Sorry. Um, a lot of things on here actually go back to Facebook shit. Um, it's all fucking Chris Watt's fault, believe it or not. It is, you motherfucker. Sorry, can I cuss?
Yes, you can cuss.
Okay, I need to make sure.
Yes, no, you can cuss.
Okay, so, how do I explain this? Okay, so I haven't spoken to Mandy, nor would I want to at the time, and after, uh, since the last time she, quote, "threw me under the bus" for whatever reason, and that was, I think, summertime of not this year, but the year before. Not this summer, but the summer before. Um, so she decided that she would message me anonymously from this Google number she used to have. So, for the record, if anyone's wondering if that number and why I left it up there, that number doesn't work. It's no longer in service. Um, and tell me all this cryptic shit because, of course, I don't want to know who Dee Dee Dugan is as far as like their personal information. I don't care who they are
Right,
personally.
you're just curious of who it is
On
as
from
a
YouTube.
YouTube, right,
This is not
right.
just some random person that decided to come to the
But I
community and
don't think
start
they
this
know
channel.
Starlight. They're like clueless on all of it because
Who?
No, I
the
get the
viewers
DD
here, I think,
I get the
Oh,
DD
yeah.
Dugan stuff,
like
like,
he
I
goes
Yeah.
get
for
Well,
Starlight.
that's where, yeah, but that's where this stems from. So, okay, as if anyone doesn't know, Dee Dee Dugan, whether they want to say it or keep lying, they are behind the Hey account that left the comment that was a straight lie about me under Mommy Rambling's video, which you saw what most people did, what happened after that. Um, so that's where I care. That's when I care. You want to make videos about me? That's fine.
right.
That's not fine. What happened over there? Um, so a lot of people were saying that Dee Dee Dugan was Mandy, but they weren't starting like a campaign on it or anything. It's just speculation because that I know how Mandy trolls in her troll channels, and it does seem like her, but it's not, and I know it's not. When Mandy gets accused of things, she will go and do whatever she has to do to get her name out of it. So I get these anonymous messages from a Google number with all this shit about people that I don't know. I recognize some of these screen names, but I don't. You're sending me on like a what? Not a witch hunt, like a fucking rabbit hole.
Right.
Fucking
Like a goose chase,
yes. There
wild
you
goose
go.
chase.
Yes, yes. Go here and ask this person that. And blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so um about halfway through those messages, I knew it was Mandy. I'm not dumb. I can tell it's her, right? But I just keep playing her game with her in the messages. And so fast forward a couple months later, the Life with Jen stuff happened, and Mandy was like, I need somebody to help me understand this Discord stuff. Um, as in someone like from quote this side or whatever that actually, knows a bit about Carla, all that. So I was like, okay, well, why don't you send it to me? I'll take a look at it. Which Carla, there wasn't shit in there. Like I said, it was fucking boring. No offense. Um, and then that opened a line of communication that should have never been opened. And she started texting me about like Kim Lowry before it ever became a thing on YouTube. And then I asked her, do you, because I knew that she had ties to the misery guy. I said, do you,
Tracy wants to know if Hey You is the same too. Is
I'm
Hey
not exactly sure. Tracy, I'd have to actually go back and look at all my screenshots from that account, and then I could tell you if I think it is or not. Because I don't want to say any more about how I know Dugan is the people that they are. Um, but I think it's a possibility. I can't remember. The Hey account had a picture with the screen name, not just a little blue circle. And then Hey You had just like a brown circle or something. So it's a possibility. I just don't remember.
But
Okay.
didn't they
So
troll similarly? Like do both of those accounts?
honestly, when Hey You doxed me, a couple times, and I blocked them, so I couldn't see them for a while. So people have screenshots that I probably haven't seen. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Because
Right.
Tracy was saying they've come at her several times, so
Yeah,
that's
I
why
Yeah,
would
she
that's what
was
block
I'm
them,
curious.
saying.
Tracy. Block
I think
them.
she
They're
did.
they're doxers, yeah.
And
And
I guess
also
what
I'm
else is missing about these Google messages you're talking about, that fake Google
uh-huh.
number, would upset me as a sub who's known Gretchen for a long time, is how she tried
Yeah.
to
Oh, I'll
break up
get
your
there.
friendship. Right. Okay. Just, I didn't know if.
Yo, yeah, I'll get there, trust me. But while I'm thinking about it and this doxing stuff, if you're a channel creator, um, you need to I just highly suggest this. Go to your YouTube studio, go to your block word list, put your real name, full
Yes, I
name,
did that. My
yes,
name, my
your address,
address.
your
Yes,
phone
I
number, your
done
kids'
all of
names,
that.
your
Yep,
mom's name, your dad,
yep.
anybody.
I did all of that because
Yes.
of watching you guys. Because
And you
I
know
started
what?
my channel way
Uh,
later than you guys, but
That's like the
because,
best thing I can, of
yep,
advice I can give to anybody is to do that. Because
yep.
while I was at the beach, I checked my comments, and I had, held for a review. And guess what showed up? Somebody tried to come in there and put, "Hey, I'm having a party," with my full address, my street name, the number, my town. But luckily it was in my block word list. So, ha ha ha,
Yeah, because that's
asshole.
how I learned that from watching you guys. So when I
Yeah.
started my channel, that was the first thing I did. I put my
Yeah.
kids, my husband, my name, my address,
If you have a
everything.
sister, a brother,
Yep.
or whatever, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I put my ex-husband's name in there, you know. Okay, so, um, okay. Then the Life with Jen crap happened, and Mandy starts texting me. I asked her, I said, "Do you know Shipwreck Beck?" And that's kind of what led into a little bit of the conversation. And this is before I had any kind of proof that she was that Google number. I just had speculation. And the next thing I know, the next day or so, she sent me what is in those other messages. And look, I'm going to tell you guys, I've been on here way like longer than a year now, and I am not about showing text messages. But I feel like in this situation, Mandy's special. So I'm going to break some rules for her. And that was one of the rules I broke. Anyways, so she sent me that, and it's in those messages, the other ones. All these notes with all these names of people that I don't know. And then I just stopped responding to her text messages because she's got a little too close for comfort. That's all I can say. And so then Mandy doxed my entire family. And we were talking about it in the Discord. And Nikki was in there, Gretchen, and she mentioned something about how Mandy had messaged her from a Google number, and I was like, "Hey, well, what's the Google number?" She showed it to me, and I said, "Really? I see it now." Okay, so that's when I knew it was Mandy, right? So I had screen recorded those and I unlisted them to my channel just so I could have them, on record, whatever. Never thought I'd release them. Um, and Nikki also did the same thing. She screen recorded her text with Mandy because Mandy tried to rope. This is what Mandy does, okay? Like, let's just use the Kim Lowry thing for an example. I don't know Kim Lowry. I don't care about her personal business. But Mandy will come into your messages and say, "Hey, don't tell anybody, but," and then she dropped that link to me with Kim about Kim Lowry, the nasty one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. And to me, no, not to me. This is just how she is. It's like what she would did with Nikki. She tells you things, so in case it comes back to bite her in the ass, she has somebody to be her scapegoat or her
Right.
fall guy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or to twist it around. Nikki did nothing but try to actually be a friend to her a little bit because the stuff happened with Heidi's son, if y'all remember that. The
Yeah.
whole. Mhm.
Yeah.
And Mandy defended Nikki, even though they didn't like each other. And then Mandy reached out to Nikki saying, because when Nikki came in her chat to say thank you, she booted her out. And so I guess Mandy felt like she should apologize, texted Nikki apologizing for it. And that's how the lines of communication started there. Then Mandy brought up Dee Dee Dugan to her, and Nikki was trying to help her because she was saying she wasn't Dee Dee Dugan and was going to try to help her prove it wasn't her. So she roped Nikki into this. Leave Nikki the fuck alone, Mandy. Leave her alone, idiot.
Right.
Okay, so then Mandy, okay. So let's go to recently. Mandy, I said something on a panel, and obviously she was listening. I hinted at the Google number and how I knew it was her. She went live the next day, lying about the entire thing. That's when I released the messages. And for two reasons. Because she was lying. And number two, in case the people in those messages could help me connect some dots, which they have, that I have, I don't know these people. I don't know these names. I didn't know Jessica. I didn't know Amy. And, I mean, so out of me releasing those came Jessica and Amy.
Now I get
Bam,
it.
bam.
See, now does it
Okay.
make sense? That's what
Now
I was
it
trying to
does.
say, Jenna.
Yes. Now it makes
Okay.
sense because I was
Mhm.
kind of confused how these girls got involved, and now they're
Yeah.
like old stuff's coming out about
Mhm.
now it all. Yeah.
But the old stuff that's coming out and why it's, it's like, oh, well, why is that relevant? It's relevant because it shows her pattern of behavior. She's been doing this for 2 years that we know of. She's been doxing for 2 years. She's been trolling for 2 years. She's been playing the victim for 2 years. I mean, I can go on and on and on. But the main thing is the doxing and all that. I mean,
Right, because
I just
she
remembered.
complains how, everybody doxes her and poor her, and,
Yes.
I'm not this and I'm not that. But now it shows that she truly is just as bad, for
Yeah.
everything. It sucks what happened to her. I'll give her that. But at the same time, you're not an innocent party like you claim to be.
What
Can you
happened to me
debunk that,
sucks
Starlight?
too. Huh?
Can you debunk that?
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
I think a lot, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but other subs might be confused about that. Because
What?
when you had that call on Starpunk, I don't know if that was a call or if that was on a
A
live.
call.
No, it was a recording of her fighting
Oh,
Was she
with
it was
her
a
live?
voice.
mother-in-law.
It was a voice
Voice
memo.
memo. Yes, it was a recording because it was
Not
in
to
the
me.
secret chat. It was in our secret. It got
Was it
dropped.
really?
Yes, it's in our secret chat. The old
Oh.
one. It got dropped by Mommy of Three in there.
Was it
Mommy
my
of
video?
No.
Oh, never mind. I know why. Never mind.
Yeah.
I get it. I got you.
But she clearly said nothing has ever happened to my family. You're
No,
all
no, no.
being
That's a
played.
different recording. You're talking about the one from her
That's the
live
one I'm
stream.
referring to.
The live
Yes.
stream one. Yeah. Oh yeah. I suggest can somebody drop the link to that video? I'm not trying to promote my backup channel. I don't care about that channel. I mean, I don't care what happens to it. If it gets struck down, I don't care. But I do think people should watch that video.
I tried watching it and
It
it said
creeped
it
me
got
out.
it said it's
Yeah.
copyrighted and I couldn't watch it.
Wait, on my backup channel?
Yeah.
Did Mandy try to strike it? Hold on, let me look real quick. Now you got me curious. Oh man.
Tried watching
what I
it
was
last night, yesterday. I tried watching it yesterday, and it was copyrighted by, I forgot the initials. It was an initial.
No, it's
I
still
couldn't
there.
watch it.
Let me see. Let me click on it. Let's see. No, it's there.
Okay.
You may be talking about the one where on my channel that I tried to use a Beyonce song, and apparently you're not allowed to do
Oh,
that.
maybe
Yeah,
that's it.
that
Maybe
was the
that's
one,
the
yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah, this is a different one. What I was gonna say a minute ago, because you said it sucks what happened to her. Exactly. And it sucks what happened to me and Makeup Mobster. But do you hear us going around talking about it all the time and just playing victim about it? It sucks. Yes, it does suck. But if you want to be mentally healthy, sometimes you got to let some shit go and, and not, I mean, and then she's like,
Are you
she blamed me
talking
for
about
swatting her.
the one Sandra Doris out to Mandy Bell? Is that the one
Oh,
I want to
no,
share?
no.
No?
Well, we can share that one too in a minute. I was talking about the one, it's called, I tried to hashtag them all the same. The one with like the thumbnail looks like a comic book almost. Brat
Oh,
hasn't
okay.
announced that one.
Okay.
Um, what was I saying? Oh, she blamed so
Like you
many
sucked
people
when
for swatting her. And well, we know she lies because she said that she lied about me because she was mad. I would never do that to anybody. And so okay, I don't know. Like, when you go around and you do that and you're acting like a piece of shit person all the time and getting caught doing piece of shit stuff, but you always want to bring up your fucking cop calls and blah, 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 blah. It makes it to where you get to the point where, you know what? I don't give a fuck about your cop calls anymore. Fuck your cop calls. Sorry, that's just me, but I'm
I
jaded.
agree.
I
I
think what the
totally
people are
agree.
confused about is like you just started to explain about how the whole Jessica and Amy thing came to life, and you started to tell that
Yeah.
you shared that one video, and then that from there,
Mhm.
I don't know if you want to elaborate on, did these girls message you or
Okay, well, we have mutual friends because
right?
through RDA, because Jessica and Amy used to be mods for Misery. They're not anymore. They finally
Yeah,
saw the light with
this will
that.
help a lot if you explain that.
Yeah, they were mods for Misery. They're not anymore, and they have a lot of reasons why. And there's other people that came from that situation that I've met, like Doodle. If you've seen Doodle in chats.
Yes, I've seen Doodle.
Okay.
They're new though, but I have been
They've been
seeing them.
around a while, but we just never knew, you
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
So Doodle knew Jessica and Amy, and actually Doodle messaged me, and she said somebody named Laura Dinger doxed my friend Amy. This is before the text messages. Doxed my friend Amy, and I was like, "Shut up!" I said, Laura Dinger's Mandy," and that's when I sent her the link to the unlisted video of the Google messages that
Now, how did you
I
know
said,
that she
pass them
was?
along to anyone you want to. Whoever's in those messages, you can get. I don't care. You can send them the link, and they can look through those messages. And so that she's friends with Jessica and Amy, so she sent them the link, and the rest is history.
Oh, so wait a second. I thought they were the ones that educated you that Mandy was Laura Dinger from that
No,
Facebook group with
Laura's
Roger.
No, see, not Laura. Mandy came like when she first started. When I first found her after the analyzer stuff, I heard about Laura Dinger way back then. She is always like, I've always admitted that I'm Laura Dinger. Yeah, you have. Um, and see, I don't know. Were you in those groups, Galway? Because I was in Kay's group, but I wasn't like super
No.
active in
Okay, when
there.
you guys did the first live with the three of you, it was Jessica, Amy, you, and maybe one other person on panel. This
Hmm.
Roger name kept being brought up.
Yeah.
And I was like, Roger, I remember I wasn't a Patreon or I didn't even follow. It's like right when I started following Laura, I always heard of a Roger and somebody from Making a Murder that's like quote unquote stalked her. So I asked in chat and nobody answered me. But
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I heard a lot about when I was a Patreon and stuff about Roger too. And I
mm-hmm.
don't know if it's the same Roger or
Yeah.
not, but I've heard a lot of stuff
But
about
when they
that
said
Roger.
He's not a
Mensa,
good person from what I know. Can I ask
no.
Misdemeanor a question just real quick?
Sure.
Misdemeanor, I feel like that's directed towards me. I'm not mad at you for it or anything. Is this about the FOD stuff? Because I don't even want to go into that. Yeah, I mean, people just I don't know. If you're referring to FOD, sorry, I don't think FOD's dangerous. I think Mandy Bell's dangerous. I think Dave the Fisherman's dangerous. Um, FOD's an asshole. They can be an asshole. And what they did to Brian is absolutely wrong. Um, hold on. I'm just putting it out there. It hurts my heart. Are you talking about FOD? Okay. Okay, thank God, because I have got so many people are like, I'm so disappointed in you. Sorry, I jumped the gun, misdemeanor. I'm relieved to know it's not about FOD. Who are you talking about? Can you give me initials?
I actually, hello, Starlight. Not that I'm not talking about FOD, but here's another thing that I know a lot of people are curious about. And
Okay.
maybe you can answer it. And if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to. But a lot of people have been seeing you and Ash
Yeah.
and everybody,
Yeah.
being, I guess, how's the word? Coexisting with Laura. And a lot of people
Lord.
are confused about that.
Okay,
A
yeah, I will
lot.
be glad to clear that up. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
So okay, here's the thing. Me and Laura are our personalities will never clash. We're never going to be friends ever. Trust me. Um and okay, I still feel the same way I've always felt about Laura. We all know what she does and how she does it, and I think we're all in agreement on all of that. But right now I am able to set aside my dislike for her when it comes to all this Facebook fuckery shit that I don't understand and she does. I can shut up and be on a panel with her, but am I going to be in her chats? No, she can keep me blocked. Please do. Um that's the extent of it. That's all. If you can contribute to the conversation, please come up and talk and let's hear it, I
Right.
even said, if Makeup Mom, this was on Bam Bam's channel because she knows Makeup
Right, because
Monster.
that's where everybody was like having a hard time. Like
Wasn't that
it was the Bam Bam's last
wasn't
night
that
with you,
weird? Yeah.
right? Where Ash is in chat, you're up on panel, everybody's
The
chumming,
live before
everybody was.
that. Yeah, the
It,
live before that when Bam Bam went live the first time, and there's like 300 people in there. You had Makeup Mobster, you had Ash, you had me, you had Tiffany,
right?
you had
Yeah.
all these people that don't get
Hmm.
along, but they were
Right.
able to coexist in the chat for one day
Right. And
because
everybody is like, what the hell is going on? Like,
but
wait a
look, but
second.
we all share this one thing in common that the only thing that we all can agree on, all the people in Laura's or whatever that we can agree on is Mandy's a problem. And this is what Mandy's done to me. We all have a story. Makeup Mobster has one. Tiffany has one. Laura probably not so much because she, didn't fuck with Mandy like
No,
that, really.
she didn't.
Yeah,
No, she
but
didn't.
Laura can contribute when it comes to the stuff we don't, like these Facebook groups, Roger Halstead, all that stuff that I don't freaking know about. Hi, misdemeanor. I'm
Hi,
sorry if I
honey.
came off sassy. I
Well,
wasn't
no,
trying
no,
to be.
no. I understand. You,
Facebook groups.
You got
no,
something playing, misdemeanor. You
Yeah,
gotta mute it.
echo.
no, not at all. I've been a.
Uh-oh.
Misdemeanor, you gotta mute something. You got something playing in the background.
Okay, hold on.
The YouTube.
Look how pretty misdemeanor
No,
is.
not at all. I've been a.
Misdemeanor, you gotta mute something. You got something playing in the background.
Okay, hold on.
The YouTube.
How pretty misdemeanor.
Is that better?
No,
No.
you gotta mute it. There you. No.
Wait. Say something. I think it's muted. Possibly.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
that's better.
sorry. No, Starlight, I'm a huge fangirl. It's been ridiculous for over a year.
You're silly.
My husband's totally in love with you. I said, I'm
Oh.
sorry if that's loud because I had my speakers on last night. He goes, no, that's that girl. I said, yes, Starlight.
Oh, he didn't say I was annoying. Oh, she's
No,
so
no, he's in
annoying.
love. He calls out your name when we're having sex and that kind of thing.
Well,
But
hey, I don't
it
think
is
you
what it
live
is.
too far from me. You better watch it. I might show up and we'll hang out.
Yeah, you're right down the road. But no, it's not no FOD. I have no issues at all with FOD at all. And Republican Ash, not even her. She
Yeah.
doesn't like me. I don't know why. I don't know where all that came from, but it is
Right.
what it is.
I didn't know that she. Oh, okay. I bet
My
I can
biggest
do that.
concern is with my doxer
Oh,
and my
gotcha.
sharer of all things private.
Mindy Bell's best friend.
Yes, Mandy Bell's best friend. And I think that she is as diabolical as her friend. And I
She
think that
just
the
does it
other
behind
one,
the scenes.
yeah, she does it behind the scenes, and she always has, and she always will. And
Hmm.
then the other individual who's popping up everywhere, um, you know, and
Who?
started Life with Jen.
Okay. Yeah, and I want to comment about that. Okay. Look, I'm not going to lie. Some of the videos she's put out about Mandy had me fucking rolling. So if you see me in her comment section,
Yeah,
I'll go and just put emojis in there just because they're funny, and I think
I
she
get
should
it.
she should keep making videos
Well,
about it.
that's why I jumped in to
But
help, and Carla jumped in
uh,
to help because she was great. She was fun. She was
do
a
you think
wonderful
Mandy
personality.
drove her nuts?
No, I think she's
Okay.
already there. I think she
Well,
was there
me
long
too.
before Mandy.
I think so too, but I'm wondering, like, did Mandy was that the one that like really pushed her over the
No,
mental edge?
no, she
Okay.
was there before. And let me explain this, okay? Because I don't think people understand. Okay, she's talking to Mandy behind the scenes. Not once did she ever come to us and say, "Hey guys,
Right.
this chick over here is wanting this and that and the other." Not one freaking time. So
Mhm.
she knew exactly what she was doing.
Mhm.
She is as creepy and as diabolical and crappy as all the rest of them. And she plays a good game. She plays
Mhm.
really sweet and she hugs up. But at the end of the day, you better watch your back. But
Yeah.
she's got several knives she's willing to stick right in it.
Well, I'll never forget uh, this. Why would you give someone your freaking Discord password and username? That's so
Well,
weird. And
first
then,
it was a threat and then it was a bargain. And she never explained what the bargain was. What did you get in return for that, sweet cheeks?
well, that's what I'm wondering. And like, I don't want to like talk to her, but I wish she would maybe do a video or something and attempt to explain what happened on her from her story on this stuff, because all we hear is Mandy.
She
And
said, Life with Jen said on Carla's that the bargaining was that somebody was going after Life with Jen. So Life with Jen wanted Mandy Bell's help, but the only way Mandy Bell was going to help her is if she gave her info in Carla's Discord. So that's why she gave Mandy the info in the Discord. But like Misdemeanor said, how was somebody going after you in the Discord if there was only 5 people in the Discord? Because somebody
Exactly.
is
was
this
going
Jen?
after.
Is that Life with Jen's story, or is that Mandy's
Yes.
version
No,
of it?
that was Life with Jen's story
Okay.
on Carla's. She came up
Okay.
Mhm.
on Carla's panel.
And here,
And
And I wonder, because like there's been a pattern of things that have been coming out the last couple of days about, oh, this person said, like, this is from Jessica and Amy and all those people that we don't really know. So and so said I had files on them. Blah 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 said that they were going to make a documentary, a docu thing on my life, and I'm sitting here thinking, why would Mandy have that idea and then these other people are doing it? Did Life with Jen actually say that, or did Mandy assume that, or whatever? I don't know. I have questions that I would like to ask her, but then at the same time, I don't want to talk to her.
yeah, it just understand that I don't think that if you did get a chance to talk or
Mhm.
ask questions, I don't know how many of them would be truthful.
Exactly.
Um, and just watch your back
Oh,
because
I will not be talking to anybody behind the scenes. If I ever talk with Life with Jenner, y'all are going to see it because it's going to be on a panel.
yeah.
But yeah, um, as far as your doxer though is the other one, right?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I don't understand. I've not done anything to her ever. Of course, she says that,
Well, you're
I
friends with
suggested
Carla,
it.
so you did do something.
Exactly. And she
Mhm.
said that she doxed me. Now, y'all listen, because this is the kind of crap. Okay. She doxed me because I suggested she stop doing cocaine because she sniffs too much. You going to dox somebody for that?
Right, that's like Life with Jen saying that they did whatever because someone called them a weirdo.
Right. It's like, tomato meat atom bomb. If that's not an overreaction, I don't know what is. And yes, she did dox me twice. Twice.
Yep, well,
And
but
then
she'll
took them
never admit
down.
it.
No, she
no,
won't. No,
she
she
wouldn't
won't.
even admit it on Carla's. She said it
Yep.
wasn't her. It
Yeah,
was
well,
Oh, yeah.
Live Life Laugh. She tried to
Oh,
say it
no.
was
Now,
Live Life Laugh.
nope,
I
it
I
wasn't.
will not say that Live, Laugh, Love is a good person because of what she did and it's,
No,
all that, but I know she's not a doxer.
it's just there's that whole conundrum. There's I didn't get your picture off of Facebook. Oh yeah, maybe I did because you accidentally sent a friend request. No, I never sent you a friend request. We've never been friends. I think I know where the picture came from, one of two people. But the fact of the matter is you obtained it and
And
then you
used
put
it.
it out there.
That's
So
what I was
guilty, bitch.
that's what
Guilty.
I was gonna say. Like if Live Laugh Love for some reason put your Facebook in there, Trisha's oh God, I don't want her to come for me. Please don't come for me. Um, she is the one who took it and used it for evil.
Right. And at any given point, a human being has a choice to make. Okay, I have this information. What do I do with it? Put it in the garbage or, just save it just in case. Listen, anytime you go down that road, that's a bad road. Just saying. And it clearly makes me understand exactly who you are to your core. That if you're going to, and I'm not saying the stuff that you put out last night, I understand that completely. I do. But it initially started with a human being who saves information and then uses it for a bad purpose. And that's not
Oh,
okay. And listening to Bam Bam talk about, having access to all of that information. This individual had access to my grandchildren's pictures, my
mhm.
children, my mother, my sister. And it's a horrifying feeling. It makes you sick at your stomach.
It's happened to me too. I know exactly what you mean, and I had to my Facebook's still there, but I had to kinda change my name around on it,
Mhm.
and, I don't use Facebook anymore because, people have probably crawled all over my family tree because it's not hard when you find someone, and if your family if you didn't private who you're related to, you
Right.
know, who tagged you in a picture from whatever year,
Yeah.
ugh,
They didn't even get the picture off of my Facebook.
I
They
noticed.
went to a friend's or my husband's and got it. So
That's messed up.
congratulations. And I know it's in Carla's Discord. Pete was bringing that up. Pixie was bringing it up earlier. And so there's another individual who does things and then comes off as, I want to be completely innocent. I'm a great person. No, you're not.
I nearly fell out the other day when I heard Mandy go, "You know, you hear all about all this nasty stuff that goes on in all these discords, and Trisha's the only one that's never had anything nasty come out of her Discord." And I was thinking, "Okay," 'cause
Well,
there's only like 3 people in there, I'm sure.
you
Right.
know, it, right. And when you put nasty in there, nasty comes out.
Mhm.
It's just, it is what it is. So, you know, I'm not, I'm just saying there's more than just this one. And if we want a
Yeah.
better community, we need to do something about it. Just
I
saying.
completely agree.
What?
I don't know what the answer
Exactly.
is.
I don't either,
Yeah.
but
I wish
Yeah,
something.
we could
we've
figure it out.
tried to find the answer. I mean, we've done, common ground, everything to
The
try to
freezing
come.
out doesn't work.
Where
It doesn't
no,
work.
the ghosting doesn't work.
Nope.
Nothing work. Everything we've tried hasn't worked.
I think well, personally for me and my vendetta against Mandy is, I backed off of her, like, she would come at me and I'd try my best not to respond because she is relentless and will fucking slander the shit out of you, and, her lies are scary. But now I'm at the point, and luckily I found a group of people who aren't gonna back down, and
Hmm.
I'm not gonna back down anymore. Every time she wants to come at me with some bullshit or try to lie or whatever, I will always come back with the truth. I will always come back and remind everybody of what she's done.
Well, and
So,
I honestly think at this point, sitting watching last night, I honestly think at this point that's what it's going to take is an entire community of people to just absolutely unload and just
yeah.
go straight for the throat because I'm done. I can't. This is crap. And that's not to say she won't come back as somebody else, but we'll know. We'll be more aware. It's just like the thing that Carla and I went through. We're so lockstep in this is our circle. That's it. You know,
Well,
and
notice
Right. We
that
have to get to a point where this behavior is just not acceptable anymore. That's the only thing we
it's
haven't
not.
tried, is going for the, clapping back and showing everything and reminding people. That's the only thing we haven't tried. And maybe, maybe we need to. Maybe we all need to just show what she
Public
does.
service announcements. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I agree.
I have sound issues.
You're
swallow my
echoing
tongue.
off a misdemeanor. When misdemeanor
Oh yeah.
mutes, you're good, but when she's
Okay.
unmuted, you echo. Yeah.
Oh, what was it? I've noticed that TNT has been rather good lately, if that's the way you want to word it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I also saw her saying that she moved back to where she's originally from, and maybe she just doesn't she's not able to get on like she used to. But it's always the same. Well, that was 3 months ago. I learned that, I don't do that anymore. That's always her thing is, well,
See,
that was months ago.
my opinion on that, and don't come for me, is that she might not be doing it publicly,
Yeah.
but do I think she's behind the scenes with Mandy Bell, talking to Mandy Bell, helping Mandy Bell? I do. That's just my
Oh,
opinion.
yeah, I those 2, that scares me that they're friends, to be honest. And, oh, what was I gonna say? Um, I'm not trying to bash on Trisha or whatever. Please don't come for me, Trisha. Misdemeanors feelings are valid. What happened to her, and she's allowed to tell her story. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Right. And when you honestly sit there and have to question yourself, like, I've never done a thing to this person. Why would they do this to me? Like, that's not normal. Like, if you're
Sorry,
fussing with
Pixie, I had
somebody,
to share that.
uh,
you know what I mean? If you're
Right,
fussing with
exactly.
somebody, that's different. But when it's like I said earlier, when you're in left field without a ball or a mitt, it's like, hello, where did that come from?
yeah. And
Well,
it's a violating feeling to have somebody go into your Facebook live. You know what I mean?
well, and just like we were talking about Mandy the other night about, or I think you were, and some of the panel guests about being afraid of her.
Yeah.
Everyone is afraid of Mandy Bell. They're afraid of
I'm afraid of
TNT the
Trisha.
same
Yep.
way
That's
because
why
of the
I'm like,
things
don't
they
come for me.
do. That's
Yeah.
because of what they do to you. And it's not okay. It needs to stop.
That's
Well,
why,
what
like, I feel
creeped
like
me
I'm
out
walking
was
on
when
eggshells
Laura
right now because I
questioned
don't want her
you.
to come for me.
When
Sorry,
Laura
Galway.
questioned, no, I'm sorry, I talked over you.
No, you're fine.
I had a delay. When Laura said that to you, I was sitting outside with a fire with my husband, and I almost fell right out of the chair. And he's like, "Why did you make that face?" I said, "Nothing."
When she
Well,
said
why
what?
would you be afraid of her?
Dear
The
God.
only person that would ask that to somebody who's gone through what Hello Starlight's gone through with this girl and is currently still going through is someone who's like you. You have to be like minded.
Hmm.
Just my opinion.
I
But
was kind of hoping that you would answer, well, I don't know, Puppet Master. Why would I be? But that probably would have been inappropriate. So,
I'm not trying to, toot Laura's horn or any kind of shit like that. But I will say, like, me and Laura have been beefing for like over a year now. And she has never come into my real life. She's doxed me before. She's done some stuff. But I know Laura's not gonna call the cops on me. Laura's not gonna call CPS on me. Laura's not gonna call my mom or my dad. Laura's not going to, do you see what I'm saying? Like, even she has, oh, I don't know if you call them boundaries. She knows I'm not going to cross over into her real life, and I know she's not going to cross over into mine. Our beef on YouTube is on YouTube. Now, not saying she hasn't done that to anyone else, because I don't know. I do remember her, whatever the funeral home stuff was, whatever. That's it, whatever. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, even I think Mandy's way more dangerous than Laura. That's just my opinion. Now, Laura's, don't get me wrong, she does her dirty little shit. I'm not trying to say she doesn't. I'm just saying, like, I don't fear Laura calling cops on me. I do kind of fear in the back of my mind that Mandy would, because I feel like she's a dangerous person.
yeah.
Please don't take that the wrong way, guys.
After
I'm
last
not.
night, that call that or live, whatever it was, I keep calling it a call. Whatever that was, I already had boundaries
That's
up
true
with
serendipity.
MB, but now it's like, wow. But no. Here's my thing with cop calls and other things like that. You know what I mean? And when they're repetitive. I mean, if you want to try to coexist or even be a friend with someone who has things, and I'm not going to bring anyone's name up, with a past, if somebody truly shows you they want to change, then I think that's fine. This is YouTube. We all have to remember that. And we're going to have real life friends, quote
Right.
unquote, on YouTube. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Hmm.
You know, but we can't just, to make it shorter, yeah. I don't think that she would ever call any of those agencies. However,
She will dox you
why would
though.
Mandy Bell and other people always be let back in? That's the pattern that I can't trust with people
Mhm.
like that. Do you know what I mean? Is it to get information to do bad things? And that's just where you have to end it because you don't want to be associated with that because it's
Yeah.
real here now that
Um.
you're judged by your association.
Yeah, I hate that shit. The fucking guilt. Just because people have done it to me though. Um. But Sarah, serendipity. Laura came into mine and had someone dox me online. She can kick rocks and trip for all I care. I totally know how you feel, Sarah. Except, you know, that was bad. I luckily missed that live. Because I don't stay in Dave's. And anyone that starts doxing someone, I leave because it's such a gross feeling. If you, if
But
like watching
here's
people,
another thing.
ugh.
Like Misdemeanor just shared, like that makes me shake. The Sarah thing on Dave's makes me shake. And they
Yeah,
might not
I
even
can't. But
know that you have a
oh my
disdain
god.
for that man. I've
And see,
always heard it.
I've always not liked him
Right.
because
Yeah, I
yeah,
know that.
he's a fucking liar and a piece of shit.
But
Um,
Starlight,
but Sarah, I heard Sarah's. I missed Dave's live, thank God, but I saw the replay of Sarah's live and her voice, the shake. You were shaking. I could hear it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
that was
disgusting.
it
It
was
was
because he doesn't
disgusting.
disgusting.
know her from Adam either.
No.
This is what I
Right.
was trying to explain
And
about
sorry.
Laura.
Right. There is no way he could have got that information other than from Laura.
Well,
Sorry.
Laura's excuse was, well, Sarah struck his video, and that's how he got her information.
Okay, so see,
No.
do you see how?
That's
But do you see how though?
I'm not
There's
saying she's
always an
wrong, but
excuse.
I don't
There's
buy it.
always an excuse with all
Yep.
these other people too.
Yep.
It's a
I
pattern.
don't
It's
buy
a
for a second.
personality thing.
Right. I don't buy for a second that Dave got her information from anybody else. I'm sorry, I don't. Because even if Sarah did strike him, I thought he didn't care about his channel. I thought he said he'd burn it down. He doesn't give a fuck about his channel. Blah 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 blah. He says it all the time. So why would he dock somebody for striking it?
yeah,
It just doesn't make
exactly.
sense.
It doesn't
And the
make sense.
timing of it, she had threatened Sarah days before that
I think
about
it was the night before that she
was it
threatened.
was it?
I think it was the night before. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah, but I think she threatened her that night before, and then Dave went live the next day and doxed Sarah.
Yeah, I think that's not a coincidence that she threatened you. And she said to Sarah that she had been doxing her, Laura, all over the place on Twitter, which you were not. I mean, come on, we all know. Or whatever. She can justify it any way she wants. But she said if you did it to her, she's going to come and she's going to do it to you. Well, I never saw her do it, but I saw Dave do it.
Yeah, Sarah did say it was the night before. I thought it was the night before.
And you
People
know what?
on
It
here
even
need to
goes
start.
deeper. Look at Whiskey when Wog came on
I know.
Tracy's.
Oh,
Calling
I recorded
Tawanda
that.
does not deserve to be called a cash cow. So when Tawanda went live a week before that on the weekend, because she works.
Right.
She actually does work 12-hour days.
Oh yeah, she wrestles
Because I
cows
can't
and
stand
stuff.
when that other one says I work and I'm a single mother and
Yeah.
Lord of mercy.
Look, everybody's got a
show.
struggle, Laura. We know about your
Amen.
struggle. We've heard it a million times. We all got struggles. What was I gonna say about Sarah? What was it?
With Sarah uploads your words. You get angry at what she uploads. So are you getting angry at what you're hearing? Because she uploads your words with your voice.
Hey, Laura used to come at me like that too when I was doing exactly what Sarah was doing pretty much. And she came at me hard about it. Yeah, and all I did was take her own words. Oh, what was I gonna say? Okay. So, oh shit, what was it? It was about what was it? I lost it. Let me try to think of what it was. It was about all this doxing and the threats, the Dave stuff.
Where Laura might have put Sarah's stuff in the chat. Is it about that? Like, where about.
No, I was gonna say a way that about maybe how to handle something, and I can't remember what it was. It's gonna drive me nuts. Anyways, maybe it'll come back to me later. Hey, BTS, I'm just gonna put it out there. I may Trisha's name came up. We talked about a little bit. Nobody's up here bashing on her or whatever, but some people have a right to their opinion and the things that were done to them. That's all I'm gonna say. We all have feelings and they're all valid.
Yep.
But
She
we're
was
not like
literally
dragging
talked
her or
about for
anything like
like
that.
30 seconds and moved
Right.
on. Like,
Right.
eh.
Just letting you know because I don't want you to go do a stream defense.
Truth has a question for you, Starlight.
Yes, ma'am. Let me see. What is it, Truth?
Do you want a link, Truth, or do you want to just write it in chat?
Oh, stop, Monkey Mar. Don't be mean to BTS. I love BTS. She's a good person. Monkey Mar, you are a sassy one. Monkey Mar, you love Mandy Bell, right?
Does Trace want to come up? Because I can drop down. I'm pretty much done.
I don't know. I was waiting
I
for
just
her to
hope-
answer.
I hope that
Because
helps
after
out,
that, I
Jenna.
have to end my live because I have to start my day. I've been on here for 2.5 hours.
No,
So
Missy, you go nowhere. You're
We're
yeah.
school shopping in a little bit. Yay!
But I want Truth to be able to ask her question first.
I have a question for you about randomly about StreamYards.
Sure.
I just went ahead and upgraded mine to the the real one or whatever.
Yeah.
You okay, when I've tested it out just on an unlisted and I'm the only one there.
Yeah.
When you're the only one on there, are you not able to see the little background picture? Like if it was just you up here and no one else.
No, I can see my background.
See, I don't know why mine's when I add it to the
because even when I do unlisted and do conversations, because there's sometimes that I come on here and everybody jumps on and we talk. And as long as you have it unlisted, you can have conversations, kind of like a Zoom call. We can see our background the whole time. So I'm not sure why you can't see your background. Hello, Starlight.
If it's just you on the panel and
yeah,
there's no
just
one else.
me. No, all by myself. I can still put myself up on that screen and I see my screen and I switch it all the time. When I do crime, I have the crime tape. When I'm regular, I have the moon. Yeah, I can always see it. I don't know why yours isn't there.
Well, like in your little box, yours, not anyone else's.
In that
there's
brand.
a little person there, and if you click it, it says one person view or something else. What does that mean? Or do you even know? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think I don't know what that means, but I can look in. Now I'm curious what you mean by one person because I've never even looked in that little box. I'm going to have to look into that. I think it means it's just you, even though it's unlisted. Are you talking about the little eyeball and it says one person, or are you talking about in your box?
In your box, like mine right now doesn't have it because I'm just a guest, but in yours.
Right.
Like not where the 3 dots are, the other side of that.
Yeah, mine's empty. It just says solo layout for mine.
Yeah, solo layout. Okay.
Yeah. So that you go to your brand and you can switch that. You'll see it all. I wish. Yeah. Go to the brand on StreamYards and you'll figure it out on that part.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Okay, this has been driving me crazy.
Let's hear it.
You see the Lorraine that's in Laura's chats, really sucking up to her.
Has like a green picture of or something like that.
Is that Lorraine?
No,
Lorraine?
no,
Laura?
ma'am. No, ma'am. It is
Okay.
not.
Yeah, that has been driving Tracy crazy. Like,
When
is
I
that the
saw
Lorraine that dragged the crap out of Laura now being in there loving on Laura? I'm so
when I first
confused.
saw it the
Not that
first
I care, but
well, I know when I saw it the first couple of times, I was like, "That's not Lorraine, is it?" Because the picture was different, but they
Shauna.
spell it the same way. And then I saw Lorraine last night in Jessica's chat. It's not the same person at all. No,
it was
hell has
freaking me
not
out.
frozen
I
over.
was like, hell has frozen over, man.
No, no.
As far as
Uh,
Mandy Bell goes, come on, all she does, this is what she does. This is her stitch. This is what she
yep.
does. Bad attention gets pointed on her, so she brings up something that means nothing. It has nothing to do with what's being said to try to take the attention away from her and put it on something else. That's
Which is
what she
what we
does.
that's what she did last night. All of us, it was all about all this stuff, proving all this fucking Facebook shit and everything else. Then all of a sudden you're going after Amanda Lynn, calling her the OG doxer. No, ma'am. Stop it. That was what, 2 years ago almost. And you know, a lot of people in there did things they regret. They've owned up to it. What more can they do but learn from their mistakes and learn, that was wrong what I did. I can't believe I did that. That's so out of my character, and I'm not going to do it again. I can say Amanda Lynn is not a doxer. Did she maybe do it in Laura's Patreon when she was around maybe a toxic group? Probably. Yeah. I think they
Well, you
all
got to know, by the time I joined Patreon, Mandy Lynn was painted to be some
right.
kind of demon
I
child.
can I consider y'all the second whatever the second batch. Then the first batch all left
Yes.
together, then the second batch all left.
Yep.
We're like cookies.
Yeah.
Um,
Are they made by Laura? Because they might not be edible.
yeah, the Keebler elf over there. We're like cookies.
You want her to make you a cake?
No, God, no.
You got any furniture that needs spray painting?
I need a pool.
Oh my god! You mean an algae pond?
Shit.
I haven't seen it in the last few days.
I know. I'm wondering when that filter came in.
Here's
It's
my
gonna get
thing.
gangrene out there.
I guess we'll just put it out there that the Irish are the best, just because she's not saying a word to Bam, huh?
Oh
I think
no, no!
Bam's
I
gonna
think she
rid
met
her.
her. Yeah, that's my thing. If you're listening, Mandy, you obviously, this is a battle that you have lost and you're still losing. So don't try to shift your battle now over to Amanda Lynn.
Isn't that
No one,
crazy?
oh, she's crazy.
It's like she's the spotlight right now with these ladies because of something she did in a Facebook group 2 years ago. Chris Watts, thank you, Mr. Watts.
Yeah, right.
Um, and now all of a sudden she brings back the old Patreon chats. I was like, whoa, I'm confused. What does the
I'm
old
not,
Patreon chats have to she didn't only do? dox one, she
you want to
doxed
know?
2 or 3 people.
You want to know what I think? Um, Mandy has always been mega, mega butthurt that me and Ash were trusted to have access to those chats.
Oh
And
yeah, she
yeah,
offered to pay for them like big bucks,
yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah.
25, like $2,500 or something. Fuck, I
But
would have sold it.
everyone,
I would have sold all my friends down the river for $2,500.
but Mandy can't be trusted because
Just kidding, y'all.
if she would have been given the access to those, do you know she would have
Oh God.
content for like fucking years that she would spin every narrative possible, make herself the victim and all that. That's why you didn't get them, Mandy. You never will. Get over it. We were all doxxed in there. Okay, it's 2 years later. Some people just move on, and you know,
Well, I tried to give Mandy a second chance. I really did. When
saw that.
she did one of her going away tours, and she came back, and yeah, she came back. I went to her. I was like, look, it's all water under the bridge. Let's just move forward. Quit the dumb shit. I don't believe you're guilty of everything you've been blamed for. I've since rethought that.
Petri
Mhm.
dish,
But
Sean. God
talking about the nails or the
Petri
pool?
damn. Both.
Oh,
Oh my
I'm
god.
throwing the nails in now that you said that. Dear God.
but I can also say there's people in the community that use Mandy for their advantage and then toss her away. And Mandy allows that to happen.
I completely agree.
But when they think
Yes.
she's got something, oh, let's be friends with Mandy. But when they figure out she doesn't have anything new, or it's not what she wanted, or they got what they wanted, then they toss her to the wayside. Why she
Right.
can't
Like,
figure that out is beyond me.
you said one time that with Ben, you think Laura is like she takes him out of the toy box when she wants
Yep,
to play with. Yeah, I think it
Exactly.
was the same way with Mandy when it came to that.
I do believe that. I really do.
And that's
But
sad.
Mandy, it makes herself no, it's not. Sorry.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying before. When you make the choices, and if the choice that you make is to allow yourself to be used like that, wrong road, sister. Turn around and go back. Don't.
And
I
there are
think
times
Mandy's
like,
trying so hard to fit in somewhere, but then she fucks it up. I mean, you all just got to a place.
what happened?
I don't know. We have two channels.
Still there?
Sorry, you're still there. I'm just
Stop.
switching devices. I'm freaking you guys out. I'm switching devices. That's all. I'm gonna remove
Mm.
I
myself from
liked
my
your picture,
computer.
Starlight. Put that back up.
Oh, okay.
But you all just got to a point a month or two ago. Okay, we're not going to be best buddies, but we can coexist. And she fucking blew it. Why? Why blow
I
it?
did, but we did that recently before all this shit happened. Where, we thought we had gotten to a place with Mandy where we could put the past in the past, not be friends, but just not argue and fight and do what's going on right now. And she flushed that down the toilet real quick.
It's
Yep.
funny you say toilet when I'm looking underneath that first nail. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
I miss the circle though. They're so much longer.
I know. I know.
I don't know. I was just
Hey,
curious. That Lorraine thing's been driving me freaking nuts. I was like,
no,
it
that is
just can't
not
be.
her.
It just
It'll be
can't
a
be.
cold day in hell. Um, can we play that one video that I did about mandible? There you go, Harley. I did that.
That's so awesome.
All right,
Mandible.
I'm dropping off panel and going back to chat so I can see shit.
Okay,
Because
bye,
I can't see
Tracy.
nothing up here. All right, bye,
Bye,
guys.
Tracy. Do y'all want to watch that video? I don't know. It's up to you. It's really short.
Yeah. Is
Sure.
Jenna here or can you
I
screen
don't
share?
know. I can pull it up.
She's here twice, I think, because she
I
changed
know.
devices.
Double the fun. And if she wants to end after this, it's, whatever.
Maybe. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not.
All right. Well, I have it pulled up when she's ready. Oh God, Lord, Corey, stop it, Corey. Just got a
Oh, here we go.
notification. Jesus, with her. Oh, Trisha's here, mad. Trisha's big mad in the chat. Sorry, Trisha. I don't know
Mad
what
about what?
behind the scenes. Nobody said you did. It was just speculation. You're birds of a feather flock together. I'm gonna shut up. Love you so much. Sorry. It's all misdemeanor's fault.
It always is.
I'm just joking. Just gonna bite my tongue for a little bit. Where's Jenna?
There she is, right there. Jenna Boo.
Don't ever change devices. It doesn't work. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, don't
Oh,
do
echo.
it. Hold on, because I got 20 things going. Hold on.
Oh, okay, Trisha. Well, no. No, listen, I'm glad you came and said that. I thought y'all were really tight with each other. Look, all I can say, Trisha, is just be careful with. I know you can hold your own, but just be careful. And then the stuff with misdemeanor, I mean, I just have no words for that because it's probably best I don't for the time being.
Starlight, you're in here twice too.
What?
So yeah, you're in here twice.
Maybe it's that video you
Oh,
have.
that's my screen share.
Do you want me to screen share it? Is that what you want
If
me
it's
to do?
okay with you.
Yeah,
There's
that's
still an
fine.
echo.
Hold on.
I'm gonna change my picture before Laura makes a live about it. Okay, here we go. I'm just not gonna say anything else about the other stuff. Okay. Public service announcement. That's all this is, just putting it out there. This was not this summer, but the summer before that. So this is not recent, but it's all the cycle of Mandabo.
I am not as broken as people think I've been. I've just been fucked with.
Sorry, I had to pause it because you can. She's breathing in the mic. She said, "I'm not as broken as people think I am." That's what she just said.
And so is my family. So people may or may not like me after I say this, but I'm just going to say it because I'm all about transparency and honesty. You motherfuckers have been so played. So fucking played. Nothing's ever happened to me or my family. Nothing will. And you're right. I am a good actress. Because I had all of you motherfuckers feeding out of the palm of my hand, waiting on every faux teardrop you thought I was dropping. Y'all are fucking with the wrong crazy fucking bitch. You came for me. You came for my family. You don't know what's up my sleeve. You think you're going to break me? I am crazy. Those eyes y'all talk about that are so fucking crazy, I'd probably back off from them because you haven't seen shit yet. Y'all might want to start listening to what the fuck I'm saying or keep playing games with me. Laura, you can't be doxxed. I called your landlord today and asked about a rent house. The same landlord you have with your rent house. Kinda, sorta, close to, I don't know, a landfill. Don't test me anymore, bitches. You're not coming for me anymore. You're not coming for my friends. And if you think you are, saddle the fuck up. Because I played meek little poor Mandy. But trust me, I've been playing you this whole motherfucking time. That's why I know who your little bitches are. That's why anytime I ask y'all to come for me, to come on a panel and come for me, your ass is run and hide.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah, creepy.
She is crazy.
Just putting it out there. That's all. So yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna hop down.
Yes, I have to
Same
go.
here.
So thank you guys for coming up. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Jenna. Thank you,
explaining
Starlight.
everything. Hello, Starlight.
Yeah, thanks for having me up. And if y'all have any questions if you see me on like like with Laura being on the panel, and if that's confusing for anyone, don't. I'm very approachable. Just talk. Let's talk. You know what I mean? Because I don't want anyone
Right.
thinking
That's why I
anything.
felt like I was gonna. That's why I was hoping you would come in, and then you came up on panel. I was like, it's the fine time to ask.
Yes,
Like,
and I'm
what the
glad that you
heck?
did because I've wondered. I'm like, especially with what happened with Sarah. And I was like, I don't want Sarah to think that I am like glossing over what happened to her, because that was not right. And Sarah, don't worry. You've got a lot of people that have your back and you've got a lot of support. And I
Yes,
will be there
ma'am.
for that as well. So, all right,
Right.
guys.
All right.
Have a great
Thank you, guys.
Saturday.
Thank you, Miss Demeanor, for
You
coming
too,
up.
honey. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you,
All
Starlight.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Wiener.
All right, everybody. I hope you guys all have a great Saturday. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you would hit the likes or the dislikes, either one. I hope everybody has a great weekend and stay healthy, stay happy, stay you. See y'all later. Bye.